In today's video, we're going to talk about Newman projections. There are many ways of drawing molecules, and we call these different ways to draw molecules molecular representations. They're just different ways of viewing a 3D molecule on your two-dimensional page. So if we wanted to draw this molecule here, ethane, the way you're probably used to seeing it represented is with a bond line drawing. So you have your carbon-carbon bond here, and your wedged bonds are the hydrogen substituents pointing out at you. The dashed bonds are the ones going into the page. And this produces a side-on view of the molecule. So you're looking at ethane like this from the side. A Newman projection is just a different type of molecular representation. In a Newman projection, we're looking at the molecule from the end on, down the carbon-carbon bond. So if I take my ethane again and pick it up here, and I'm going to show it to you right from the end. So to draw our Newman projection, I'm going to just indicate this carbon here. On our bond line drawing, it's going to be the front carbon, so that's the one we're going to be looking at. And we draw the front carbon on a Newman projection by drawing 3 lines meeting together at a point, and then drawing the 3 substituents on that carbon. So this point in the middle represents that front carbon. And then the back carbon we draw with a circle. And then we draw the 3 substituents coming from the back carbon. So front, back. And when we put them together, we get our full Newman projection. A super important skill for any student of organic chemistry is to be able to translate between these representations. So to go from a molecule in a bond line drawing to a Newman projection, or the other way. So we're going to talk about a couple of ways to do this, but we're going to start by using a molecular model. So here I've got my ethane, and I'm actually just going to substitute one of these hydrogens for a chlorine atom. Easiest reaction ever. Now we have a chlorine. I'm going to hold it up like this, and I'm going to draw it in your view. So here's our carbon-carbon bond. And then in your view, the chlorine is coming out towards you, and it's on the right-hand side of your screen. So there's the chlorine. Then to the back, you have a hydrogen. So we'll use the dashed bond there, and then just this hydrogen coming up on top. And then on the back carbon, we have our 3 just hydrogen substituents like this. So there's our drawing of chloroethane. And then using our model kit, we can see how we can get from one representation to the other one, just by simply turning the molecule. So I'm going to rotate it like this and hold it in front of the camera so you can see. So this is what it'll look like when we draw it out. We'll have our front carbon here. And now you see a chlorine on your left, a hydrogen, and on the back carbon, you see those 3 hydrogen substituents, and they're all spaced out. So let's be honest, we don't all have a model kit with us, especially when we're trying to do an exam in a limited amount of time. It's impractical to build a model every time we need to imagine something in 3 dimensions. So we need another strategy to be able to translate between these representations quickly. So today I'm going to go through 2 ways that we can do that. The first strategy is by using an intermediate drawing. So we're going to start by drawing our chloroethane again, the way we drew it before. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the molecule halfway to the Newman projection in our minds, and we're going to draw an intermediate drawing called a Sawhorse notation. So I'm going to draw the bond kind of long like this. I'm going to draw the back carbon with its 3 hydrogens like this, and then the front carbon with the chlorine and the hydrogen. So now we've rotated that molecule and the chlorine is starting to come down towards our left-hand side. So we've done that kind of rotation, and you can see how they're about to line up for the Newman projection. So if you just rotate that intermediate drawing a little bit further, you'll get your Newman. You might like this approach better if you have a really good ability to imagine molecules in 3 dimensions in your own head. But I'm not like that, so I like to use the second approach. So for our second strategy, instead of turning the molecule, we're just going to move ourselves right into the page. So let's draw chloroethane again. And then I'm just going to draw myself right in here. There's my arms and legs. I'm not a good artist. And I'm looking straight on at that front carbon. And so I'm going to ask myself, what do I see? So if I look up, I see a hydrogen. If I look down to my left, I see a chlorine. And down to my right, I see a hydrogen. If I look at the substituents on the back carbon, I look up, I see a hydrogen on either side. And if I look down, I see another hydrogen pointing straight at my feet. So I really like this method. I think it is really great to put yourself in the page. All right, let's do a couple of practice problems to see if you've learned anything. Okay, in this first one, it is telling us to draw the Newman projection. So let's pick a side. Let's say we want to view it from this side. We'll put ourselves in the page. So here we have an ethyl group. I'm just going to abbreviate this with ET. And then there's also a hydrogen coming out of the page and one going into the page. And then on our back carbon here, we have a methyl group. Remember, when you just see a stick with nothing on it, that's a CH3. There's another one here, and then we have just a hydrogen coming out at us. So now that we've filled in all our information, we're going to draw the Newman projection. So if I'm looking at that front carbon, what do I see? I look up and I see an ethyl group. I look down and to my left and right, I see hydrogen atoms. What about that back carbon? If I look down, I see a methyl group. If I look up and to my right, coming out of the page, I see a hydrogen. And if I look up and to my left, I see a methyl. And so that's translating to the Newman projection, just like we learned. All right, so this problem is asking us to draw the bond line structure from the Newman projection. So I'm going to do this with the intermediate drawing, and we'll just go backwards from the way we learned to do it. So we're going to take this Newman projection, and I'm going to just turn it 45 degrees like this and draw my sawhorse. So I'm moving the front carbon over here. So the front carbon, there's a hydrogen, a fluorine, and another hydrogen like that. And then we're going to move the back carbon out and draw the back carbon. So there's a methyl pointing up, and then hydrogen, hydrogen like that. And so then if we just imagine twisting this molecule one more time, that front carbon has a hydrogen, then we send that fluorine pointing into the page, and that hydrogen is now coming out of the page in our side view. And then we also have this methyl group. The methyl group is also in the plane of the page. And then we have hydrogen and hydrogen on our wedged and dashed bonds like this. And so you might notice that this Newman projection looks a little funny because we have the substituents really close to each other instead of all spaced out. And this is called an eclipsed conformation. It's actually when all the substituents overlap. When you look down the bond like this, they are totally overlapping. When they're all spaced out, like in the example above, that's called the staggered conformation. And I'm going to teach more about the eclipsed and staggered conformations in another video. Thanks for watching. I really hope you learned something today that will help you with your organic chemistry studies. If you want a copy of the notes from today's lesson, you can download them at my website, and I have the link just in the description box below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please give it a big thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Happy studying!